Boom, we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to, not my fight gym, hello, and welcome to Fight Tips live stream. I want to start this off by saying that Fight Tip shirts are available, but only until tonight. So you have about 7 more hours to get the Fight Tip shirts, $25 plus shipping. They're like the highest quality t-shirts you can get. We paid a little bit extra for these. So really nice. I can almost guarantee that it's going to be your favorite shirt. We have men's and women's. We have green and gray. You can also get gray in men's or green in women's. Limited time, and I'm sorry, but it is only available to the US just for a couple more days up until we hit the new year in January. Then it'll be available to everyone. Reason why we're limiting it is because we want to be able to get it out to you guys before Christmas and guarantee that, which is December 25th. If you're outside of the United States and you order, we cannot guarantee that. Therefore, we're going to wait to make that available, like I said, in January. So thank you guys for coming in. I can see the viewer count is going up. Like I said, links in the description below. If you want to get a Fight Tip shirt, you have to order it by today, by 8 o'clock tonight Pacific time, which is in 7 hours and 10 minutes exactly. So if you're looking to get yourself or someone that you know loves Fight Tips a Christmas gift, highly recommend these. What's going on, everyone? Can you see me? I'm rocking the Fight Tip shirt, and I know you can't miss it. Look at this behind me, the Fight Tips home gym. It has been installed. I spent all day yesterday, hours putting this up, and it is a dream come true. Thanks to Zebra Mats. They sent me out some equipment. They sent me floor mats. They put my custom logo on the wall mats. So I put all these up. I'm sitting on the heavy bag now. I'm going to be installing this in the next couple of days. Need to cement it into the ground, but got to give a big shout out to Zebra for making all of this possible. If you guys are looking to open up your own facility or just a home gym, Zebra's the way to go. Highest quality mats. They're not going to slide on you. They're not going to break. They're not going to tear. Every MMA gym that I've trained at has used Zebra, and for good reason, like I said, for the best around. All right, guys, let's start this Q&A session. I'm going to start going through the chat. I know it gets pretty flooded in here, so if I don't miss your question, just keep sending it, all right? All right, so let me see. Damn, is that your garage? This is my garage, Robert. Yes, it is. It used to be just a garage. Now it is an official gym. Max Holloway or Anthony Pettis? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Anthony Pettis is one of my favorite fighters, but not counting Holloway out of this. Very tough dude. If he puts the pressure on Pettis, I could see him taking the win. Otherwise, if Pettis can keep his distance, I got Pettis by, I'll say by decision. Rico or Badahari. I'm going to go with Rico just because he's been more active and Badahari's been out for a long time, but very interested to see that one as well. Metal Gear. Any tips on how to make it to the UFC from the bottom? Win fights, and be recognizable. Those are my two. You know, as an amateur fighter, you want people to recognize you. You want to be able to put asses in seats, right? So if you win fights, you're recognizable and entertaining, UFC will see that you sell a lot of tickets. That's all that matters, if you can put asses in seats. Brown or Cowboy? I was surprised at the stare down. Cowboy was joking around like he normally does, but Brown wasn't having it. I'm gonna go with Cowboy just because, again, for his activities, been in there more. So, when is the 1 million subscriber meetup? Asks Alejandro, bringing 96. So yeah, I do want to. And Terry asked for a shout out. So before I start answering any other questions, guys, if you're in the Los Angeles area, we are doing a meetup. We're doing a celebratory party to reach 1 million subs, and it's open to the public. So if you guys are in the Los Angeles area, we feel like traveling. I already have a lot of people telling me that they're going to travel out here for it. Write this down, January 28th. It's going to be at YouTube Space here in LA. Open to the public. We're going to have Quest Nutrition there. We're going to have a ton of pro fighters, other YouTubers coming in. Big J already said he's going to be there. So it's going to be a really big event. And, you know, we're going to be doing giveaways and speeches. And it would really mean a lot if you guys can make it, if we could have a really big turnout. So again, if you're near LA or you feel like coming by, Braden Hackett asked for a shout out. You got it. Come to it. January 28th. More details, I'll be sharing them on my Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else. I'm seeing Taekwondo questions. I'm seeing Conor McGregor's name. So let me see. Last Vel says, congrats on the mats. Thank you so much. Really is a dream come true. I'm going to upload a full video, time-lapse video of what it looked like before I started, and then I recorded myself installing all of this. I'm going to fast forward and share that for you guys too, so you'll like that video. I earned my black belt in Taekwondo about a month ago from OMC. Congratulations. Awesome. That's a big feat. Taekwondo or Muay Thai from Gabriel. In what sense? I train both. I recommend both. Mix them. Take the best of both worlds. Nearly 1 million subscribers. I know. Can you believe it? Longest fight I've ever had was my fight in Thailand. Went 4 rounds, and I finished them towards the end. I think it was in the last minute of the 4th round. So that was the longest fight I ever had. Logan. What should I do for head movement? Sparring, mitt work. You could take noodles, pool noodles, and just have your coach or a training partner throw punches at you, straight punches, wide punches. Keep your hands up. Use the slip rope. I uploaded that video on improving your head movement using a slip rope. You can take a regular rope. You can take hand wraps, piece of string. All right, make sure you search that video, how to improve head movement or faster head movement or something like that. Nice mat from Kev. Thank you. Is 17 too old to compete in MMA? 17 is perfect. Perfect. Any age is perfect. How old are you? I'm 26. I started competing Muay Thai when I think I had just turned 16. Thoughts on Dohu Choi? I picked Dohu in UFC too a lot. Kid's got hands. Kid has got power. Khabib versus McGregor. You know, what I'm going to say is what I think everyone agrees on. If Khabib can wrap around McGregor, then I think, yeah, he can grind him out. He could probably even finish him. But Khabib got caught by Johnson in the first round, right? In the first couple seconds, he got caught. If he gets caught by McGregor, I don't know if he'll still be standing. Let me see. I need to hit the gym, someone says. Do it. Do it. Talk is cheap. Why'd you cut your hair? I was just ready for something new, Chris. Just ready. Dreads are a lot of upkeep, a lot of work. So I think I was just done with them. Still my favorite haircut I ever had. I love the dreads. I miss them. But can I swim? Yeah, I'm actually. I took a lifeguard class in college. So we used to have to swim to the bottom of like a 15-foot pool, and we'd have to pick up a couple weights and swim back up to the top, and we would simulate people drowning, so you'd have to jump in and save them and swim to the side. Yeah, I can swim. I'm not the best swimmer, but I can swim. The Elephant Man says, Shane, train me. I wish I could, man. Time is scarce lately. You look way better without the dreads. Well, thank you. Thank you, Gold. I appreciate that. Are you a redhead? I don't know. Am I? Sometimes my beard comes in red. What is more brutal? I saw Muay Thai or kickboxing. I mean, I guess that's opinion. Both can be pretty brutal. Depends on people fighting. But elbows, clinching, I would have to go with Muay Thai. How easy is it to find your first Muay Thai at 15? First Muay Thai what? Joshua. What's your favorite strike? I think I like the teep. I was going to say the jab at first. That should be everyone's, but sort of consider my teep the jab of my legs. How to learn to fight alone. MyFightGym.com. That's why we made it. You don't have any training partners. You don't have access to a gym. You don't have money for a gym. MyFightGym.com. Favorite kick, again, teep. Favorite martial art, and I like them all. I respect them all, but Muay Thai has always had a special place in my heart. I have no idea what Manchai is. Tips on starting a YouTube channel, I saw. About martial arts. Yeah, I mean, there's not many out there that stay as consistent. You know, I mean, you got, let's name the big ones. You know, you got Master Wong, you got Fight Smart Trav, Quan Kicker, GNT. And then I guess you can consider like Juji Mufu as well, because he does some tricking, Taekwondo stuff. But I mean, like anything else, consistency. That is always going to be my #1 bit of advice. Be consistent for so many different reasons too. The more consistent you are, think about it, use any metaphor, right? Let's talk about an instrument, a guitar. If you pick up a guitar and you practice every day, are you going to get worse at it? No, of course you're going to get better at it. So if you continue to upload videos 2-3 times a week, of course you're going to get better at it. Plus your content is out there, people are more likely to find it. But the one thing that I do recommend is always challenging yourself, always look to evolve. If you keep playing that same song on the guitar over and over again, you're going to be really good at that song. But what if your fans don't like that song? What if that song doesn't get you popular? Then you better be practicing other songs too. So it's the same thing. You can't just do the same thing over and over on YouTube. You have to be unique. You have to bring something new to the table for people to want to watch. Is 25 too old to start? No. If there's any question, am I too old or too young? I'm probably going to say no. So go for it. Stop making excuses. Start training. Any funny fight stories? Yeah, I do have a funny fight story, actually. You guys got time. So long story short, I'll try to keep it quick. Me and my friends were walking up the street, and there's probably like 4 of us, maybe 5 of us, and then another group of kids comes over. And of course, you know, my friends are hotheads. Growing up in Philadelphia, they were always looking for a fight. So people are arguing back and forth with each other. One from my group and one from the other especially. So they square off, they start fighting in the middle of the street, right? Punches are being thrown. We're like sort of trying to break it up, each group. We're not really trying. You can tell no one really wanted to fight except for the 2 that actually were. So a car comes flying up because they're fighting in the middle of the street, but they try to break it up, the person driving the car. So they drive up pretty quick. They're probably going like 10, 15 when they pull up to them, honking the horn, then finally hit the brakes. Well, they hit the brakes too soon, and they parked right on top of my friend's foot. So he's still fighting the kid, and he's like this. He's trying to yank his foot out from underneath of the car, and he's still fighting. And then eventually the kid fighting him realized the car is parked on top of his foot. So everyone, including the kid he's fighting, is like, back up, you're on his foot. And the guy trying to break up the fight, he's leaning out the window. He's like, get out of here, you damn kids. You know, and he has no idea that he's parked on top of his foot. So eventually we're like, put your car in reverse. You're parked on my friend's foot. So then they pulled out once they realized. They're like, oh, let me get out of here before I get in trouble. So they took off, and then the fight was over at that point. I'm about 5'8". Muhammad says, not happy I can't get the t-shirt. I'm sorry, bud. What's the hold up? I'm sorry about that. I know if I could, I would give everyone one for free. But like I said, this is money that comes out of our pocket up front to buy the shirts and then. So thank you for understanding. Yeah, so on that note, let me push them again. Guys, links in the description below. You only have a couple more hours to buy these. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until 2017 to get them. Super high quality. We had the same brand of t-shirts that I wore all the time, but it was someone else's logo. And I'm like, man, that is the most comfortable, best fitting shirt I ever had. What kind is it? So I looked it up. Of course, they were more expensive than the Gildans and Hanes and all that. But like I said, I want this to be your best shirt ever. So we bumped up. We paid a little bit extra for these, but totally worth it. You guys will love them. So Fight Tips Underdogs t-shirts. They come in gray and green, and they come in a men's t-shirt or a women's tank top. Links in the description below. And if you order them now before 8 o'clock tonight, you will get it before Christmas for U.S. customers, and they are only available for U.S. customers. Again, I apologize for everyone outside of the U.S. They will be available in just a couple of weeks. Cool. Bring the chat back up. I'm only going to stay on for about 10 more minutes, guys. Thank you. I see people saying they look great. I really appreciate that. I would totally buy a Fight Tips rash guard. Good to know. Someone said, finding an opponent at 15. Is it easy to find an opponent? I'd say it's more so depends on your weight and experience level than it does age. You know, if you're a 6 foot tall 15-year-old, you'll probably be able to find a lot of guys to fight you. If you're only 115 pounds, it might be a little more challenging, but there's other people out there. I think I was 120 on my first fight, 120 pounds, just turned 16 years old. Do I think Johnson will beat Cormier in 2017? Something tells me no, but I mean, if that guy catches anyone with that right hand, then he'll probably put you down, right? So there's always a possibility, but I'll probably be betting on Cormier. Susan, shout out, done, got it. Do you like tacos al pastor? Of course, of course. I think I saw. Yeah, like I said, guys. If your question is, what are your thoughts on this martial art, or is this martial art effective? The answer is always going to be yes for me. I respect every single martial art out there. You're going to benefit in some type of way, whether it's balance or meditation or the physical aspects. Is it the best for self-defense? Is it best for MMA? Probably not, but that's why we call it MMA. We mix martial arts, mix them, take the best, take what works for you from Kempo and Muay Thai and boxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling and Judo and mix them, right? There's no one now in the UFC that goes in that says, I'm just a Kempo guy, I don't do grappling, because they're gonna get whooped, right? So yeah, like every martial art has its benefits, but it's an old school way of thinking if you're just gonna do that. Joseph asked why I'm not a pro fighter. Well, I did go pro in Muay Thai, but it never was my goal to be a fighter. I always wanted to be a trainer. So I got the experience and then I made it happen. Got a question from Rue says, would you rather tag team with Antimeo or or someone else? I'm not sure who that is. Oh, I know exactly. Justine, actually. I know exactly who you mean. Antimeo, we're going to be filming with Antimeo in a couple of days. So we'll be meeting up. He'll be back. How many people remember Antimeo? There he is right there. Jojo. V-Tour says, Brazilian here. Cruz or Garbrandt, is that what it was? Greetings to Brazil. And I'm going to go with Cruz on that one. Stylistically, I mean, you got a heavy puncher in Garbrandt. Again, he knocks guys out, but if he can't touch you, he's not going to be able to do that. So stylistically, I think Cruz is... I think he's going to have a pretty easy fight unless he gets caught, but I don't see that happening. Decision, Cruz. All right, one more time. I'm just going to give a quick shout out or a quick mention and bump to the T-shirts. Again, 25 bones. Really, I'm telling you, it's going to be your favorite T-shirt, your favorite fitting T-shirt. Every size is pretty true. I'm wearing a medium. I'm about 150 pounds right now, 5'8". You can see how that fits me. Marie's a little bit shorter. I think she has a medium on as well. There might be a small. We're pretty much around the same size though. So super high quality. They come in green and gray for both men and women's T-shirts and tank tops. Only available to the US now just because we want to be able to guarantee that it's going to get to you by Christmas, and they will. If you're within the US, if you're outside of the US, you will have a chance to buy them early 2017. So 8 o'clock tonight, we are closing it. Dead Rat asked for a shout out. You got it. Someone said you should make Fight Tips boxing gloves. I've been keeping it in mind, believe me. My wife wants to know why you had to cut your dreads. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to. I was just ready for a change. Cub Swanson or Choi. I don't know. I don't know with that one. That's an interesting one. I could see that going to decision and being a very close fight. I have a feeling that's going to be a really good fight. It's going to be a war. Paul Farrell, shout out. Got it. Rousey or Nunes, what do you guys think? I'm curious to see. I've heard some people say Nunes gets taken down too easily. I've heard other people say Ronda doesn't even want to be in there anymore, right? She's just doing it because it's on her contract. So I really don't know. Something tells me Nunes just because of the mental edge that she has, but we'll see. Can you make gains by doing push-ups? Of course. Of course. I mean, if you want to look like Big J, you want to look like Mike Rashid, you're not going to do that by doing push-ups. You want to look like Rich Piana? Josh Flanagan says, Antimeo, bring him back. Love when Ant's in the videos. Old school. He will be back. Again, Ricardo, we talked about what do you think about blank martial art? There's always going to be benefits to each martial art. Is it ideal for a street fight or MMA? No. I have not talked to Boss Rutan lately, but I definitely want to. You know what's crazy? It was this time last year that we met up with Boss Rutan and got him into a Fight Tips video. I tweet him every now and again, and I told him that video is over 1 million views now, and he retweeted and said hope all is well. But no, we got to get him. I'm hoping to be able to bring him to the 1 million subscriber part. I'm going to invite him. Could you imagine if Boss Rutan showed up? How cool would that be? So yeah, guys, January 28th, we're doing a huge party at YouTube Space LA, open to the public, all ages. It's going to be an awesome time. If you guys can make it out, travel out, we'd love to have you there. Giveaways and speeches, and Quest is going to be there, other YouTubers, pro fighters, so it's going to be a good time. All right, guys, I'm going to go about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to close it out. Mayweather versus Tyson. Way too big. That would never happen. Way too big of a height and weight. What other YouTubers have you? Hold on. What other YouTubers have you invited? So I invited Mike Rashid, Juji Mufu, Big J, Quan Kicker, Tess Keelhammer, Marshall Club. A lot of the guys that we've collaborated with thus far, Buff Dudes. Trying to think who else. I'm gonna be up until that day reaching out to a lot of people. So there's going to be a good amount of people there. If there's anyone in particular you want me to invite, I mean, you guys can invite them yourselves, or let me know, and then I can invite them. Shane Moylet wants a shout out. So does Seth Bisson. Got it. Omar. Someone said Omar Esoff. That would be awesome. I don't know if he'd come down from Canada though. Thanks. Someone said nice background. Thank you. Yeah, you see this? This is the old garage. And it's now the fightTIPS gym. Thanks to Zebra. Very proud. It's a dream come true. Ooh, MLI Production says, what's it like to run a gym? I could go on for hours about that, but the Mitwork certification course, we talk about that. We talk about how to run your own gym, how to keep it successful, member retention, how to keep things interesting, finding the right location, all that stuff. So if that's what you're into. Thank you, Sean. If that's what you're looking for, you should stay updated and maybe sign up for the next Mitwork certification course. Favorite martial arts film? Shane Moylet. I already gave you that shout out, son. Rush Hour 2. Big brawl. Shane, now that Muay Thai is recognized as an Olympic sport, how long do you think it'll take MMA to get to the same level? Not long. Not long. That'll definitely be the next one. I'm actually surprised that Muay Thai came first. I think it's just because it has a richer history. And more like diehard fans. Nicola, shout out, done. All right, a couple more shout outs. Savage Seer, Six Money Maker 0. I'd fight someone who grabs a lot from Chris Bakai. Jab, strike, move, teep. If they're reaching out or they're committing and stepping in a lot, let them run right into your punches. Randy Kem. OMC. All these people already shouted out are asking for more shout outs. You guys are greedy. All right, guys. 2 more minutes. RoboCop or Mike Tyson? That's a good one. What about Ed 209 or Floyd Mayweather? Are you going to try MMA? I did a couple MMA smokers, like in-house fights back in the day. But my competing days are over. Stephanie McMahon. Favorite MMA movie? I don't know if I've ever seen an MMA movie. I mean, I watched a lot of martial arts stuff growing up. You know, Kickboxer was the movie. That got me into Muay Thai. Van Damme's Kickboxer. Already talked about Badr Hari, Enrico. Frashy asked for a shout out. Randy Kern, not Kem. How long have you been fighting? I started when I was 9. I'm 26 now. Not competing. Why don't you train with Master Wang? Because he's in another country. I would love to. If he ever comes to LA or I ever get to go out to the UK, I definitely will train with Master Wang. All right, guys. I've been trying to collab with Athlean X. Been sending emails. Have not heard anything back. Guys, if there's anyone you specifically want me to collaborate with, the most powerful way to make that happen is all of you should just blast their channel and be like, do a collab with Shane from fightTIPS. Because if I reach out, like I said, it's so hard to see comments and emails and stuff like that. It really is. I'm a proud white belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's the best way. That's most likely they're going to see it if a ton of people comment. Philly Shell in a kickboxing match any good? I would never do it. I used to do it. I experimented with it for a couple months, and it led me to taking a head kick, and I forgot who I was for a couple hours because it came right over top of my shoulder. So I nixed that. I don't do the Philly Shell anymore if there's kicks involved. But it is possible. It's not saying it doesn't work. All right, guys. One last time, I'm going to shout out the T-shirts. If you guys are interested, links in the description below. You have 6 hours and 45 minutes left to buy them. Come in gray. They come in green. Men's T-shirts or women's tank tops. All the fits are true. So like if you're normally a medium, I'd go with a medium. They don't run small or big. Super high quality. And if you order today before 8 p.m. tonight, you will get it before Christmas if you're within the U.S. because we're only making these available to the U.S. for now. And then in January, they'll be available to everyone. All right, guys. Links in the description below. Grab one now for yourself. Grab one for any other Fight Tips fans you know out there. But yeah, I mean, I want these to be represented by people who truly believe in what we believe in. You know, only fighting in self-defense. But if the fight goes down, you know, I'm a bad dude and you picked the wrong person. That's what I want you to think if you're rocking this shirt. All right, good people only. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. I got a lot to do today. What do you guys think about a podcast? Fight Tips podcast. Yay or nay? If I see a good amount of yeses, then I'll upload one tomorrow. I do not plan on competing again, not unless someone offers me a lot of money. Ryan asked for a shout out. Shamari Andrews, there he is. What's up, buddy? Did you see yourself in the latest video? I got a couple nays in there. I see a couple nays. I see yeses and yays, but a couple nays. All right, cool. Yeah, so we filmed one 2 days ago on Thursday, and I don't know how it came out. I didn't go back and listen to it. It was over an hour long, and yeah, I've never really listened to podcasts, so I don't know how to base it off of anything. But we'll see. Viped up. Why aren't you responding, man? I'm trying. You seeing how many people are commenting in here? Much love, much love. Shane versus Mayweather. Let's make it happen. I'll do that. I'll do that one for free, just for the publicity. Happy birthday, Susan. Alex Barbosa, shout out. Shout out to all the Fight Tips fans. Too many people. Shamari, I agree. Furious Crit. Done. Shout out. Naveen, shout out. Speed Tips. Someone said go on Joe Rogan. How cool would that be, man? There you go. Make that collab happen. It was in your last stream as well, Shane Moyle. But thank you, man. Favorite Rocky movie? I like Rocky 3. Rocky 3, when he teams up with Apollo to fight Mr. T. That's my favorite one. Clubber Lang. Nightmare Crawler, shout out. More live streams. Make people better. There you go. Now that's a Fight Tips fan right there. Bring It 96. Been around since day one. He knows the Fight Tips motto, the unspoken motto. And he says, a podcast is a must. Make people better. Yep. Every video, every blog, anything that we do, we always ask ourselves that question, is this going to make people better? And if it doesn't, we nix it. We don't do it. Are you still doing pro boxing? Nope. No, not unless they offer me a ton of money. Thank you, Stephanie. You're awesome, too. Stallone or Arnold? Now or in their prime? I have to go with Stallone just because I don't think I've ever seen Arnold throw more than one punch at a time if he's fighting Bennett or the Predator. It's usually like one big haymaker. So I got to go with Stallone on that one. All right, everyone. I'm out of here. Thank you guys for coming in. Again, grab yourself a Fight Tips t-shirt. Links in the description on the below. You see it right there. Fight Tips shirts, fighttips.com/shop. I appreciate the support. We're almost at 1 million subscribers. It's huge. Look at this. This is all thanks to you guys. You made all this possible. So I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. If I missed any of your questions, I'm sorry. Follow me on Twitter. That's one of the best places to reach me. Twitter is @FightTips. You were not ignored, Faker Senpai. I'm looking. I'm trying to answer everyone. Good night from Italy. There's some good kickboxing belts for kickboxing. Until next time, man. DeMeo. All right, BJJ. I see you writing vulgar language in there. You were recognized. Illusion, you were not ignored. I'm not ignoring anyone. I love you guys. I really do. Everyone. I'm sorry if I missed your questions. If it's dire, if it's really important, like I said, Twitter, @fightTIPS. Even if it's not important, I still want you to tweet me. I'm not ignoring you, Mr. N Boss MC. Good night from UK. We already talked about Khabib and McGregor earlier on. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Until next time, I'm Shane with Fight Tips. Self-defense for the underdogs. See you, everyone.